The worst man in shoujo romance ever.
Look at him. Some women may see a handsome man.
I
Perhaps
see
someone
a
they would
terrible
love to plow their brains out
psychopath.
and give them the craziest backshots. But all I see is a menace to society. A vigilante no better than a Karen. A man worse than Adolf Hitler and Osama bin Laden.
Oh my god, I'm afraid of this guy already.
Combined with a little bit of VDP. Okay, maybe not that worse. Shoujo mangas have always been a huge part of my life. And as a kid, I used
better than shonen.
to read hundreds of them. From Maid-sama to Dengeki Daisy to How to Ride. And for some odd reason, I was always a fan of the
this is when I'm very intense
enemies
with my
to
life.
lovers trope. When two somewhat attractive people hated each other and wanted nothing more but to burn the other person down.
Yes.
In my head, I was like, yes,
let's go.
This is meant to be. This is peak romance. And
Yes,
it doesn't help that half the
god, this guy.
female leads were straight up villains. They were the reason why their relationships were sometimes toxic. Oh, he's a good looking dude and popular. He must be nice. Nope, he's worse than my farts. Oh, but he's probably a charmer. Yep,
Of course, the guy is famous. Of course, he's nice. Everybody thinks like that. Oh, the guy is famous, so he's incredible.
Forces himself on
The famous guys are all psychopaths.
Remember, kids, no means yes. Well, maybe he's kind. He sends a cabman to the hospital. And while there are memorable candidates, especially my favorite abuser, Kiyoya, there's one candidate that stands above the rest and even Kiyoya. And that is Kiyota Tsubaki.
Okay,
The moment I saw
What?
the art style, I knew he'd be worse than the cholos on my block. Now,
I
if you
wanna
don't
be
know
this
who
guy.
he is, he's from the manga Kyokoi wo Hachimimasu, which was my favorite romance manga growing up.
My
It's a
favorite
story
too.
of two completely
this is
different
the best ever.
strangers who couldn't be more polar opposites to one another, and yet happened to fall in love in their first year of high
kisses.
school.
Oh my
Tsubaki
God.
Ibino has a talent for styling other people's hair,
I
but
love-
shies away from styling herself and dresses up like Mother Teresa. And Tsubaki Kyoto is the popular
Okay, this guy is cool as fuck. Everybody can agree with this.
guy
Like everybody wants to be this guy.
who
I
has
don't know
women
if
creaming
everybody
their
wants to be
pants
this
every
guy, but
time
I
he
want to
steps
be
on
this
school
guy.
grounds. His homies want to
No,
be
I
him,
don't. I don't want to be this guy. I'm kidding.
and everybody likes him. So when these two met, it was love at first assault.
I want to be a
It's
dinosaur.
your typical love story of high school sweethearts, with each one of them going through obstacles as they overcome insecurities, jealousy, aspirations, the feds, and to some degree some dark topics like affairs. But overall, a beautiful love story that will surely make you feel happy and warm.
Yes, I want to feel happy and warm because I'm cold and sad right
Or
now.
at least that's how it appears from the outside. The beginning opens up with us following Hibino
Oh my
as she
god,
makes her
this
way
is a very intense
to
look.
orientation. During opening ceremony, she's introduced to Kyoto,
Okay, they're
the
fine
popular guy
drawing
who has the
those
perfect
guys.
grades,
Those guys, they look
perfect
nice.
looks,
They look
and
nice.
perfect hair. Not gonna lie, I thought this dude was a lesbian at first, and I was reading a Yuri. But that's besides the point. Afterwards, they end up in the same class next to each other. And this is important because first impressions are always instrumental. But
Yes.
the first thing he does is
I'm terrible. I think at the 7th impression, I'm
Isabino
good.
for being old-fashioned, calling her a Showa girl, which is someone living in the 20th century. That's the first mistake. Next, he calls her horrible for having the same name as him. Second mistake.
Yeah, that's okay.
And finally, he grabs her braids and pulls on it, hurting her while still making fun of her. That's 3 mistakes.
I think this guy's too romantic.
As first impressions go, that's probably the lowest you can get. You're not only hurting her feelings, but you're also assaulting someone. And it doesn't help that no one in class says anything about it and just
Oh
lets
my
it
god, this is power. Nobody cares. No, everybody's like the lion is operating his life. Nobody cares.
happen because he is Mr. Popular. So Ibino retaliates and cuts off his
Oh man,
lesbian hate.
this is punished by death.
After that,
No,
he makes it
I'm
seem like he's
crazy.
about
Yes,
to
slap
Mike
the
Tyson
slap the
her,
fucking bitch. I'm
only
crazy.
to psych her out and make her pay for cutting his hair with either money or her body. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the peak of gentlemancy.
Yes.
Ibino doesn't have any spare money to give, so she offers to properly cut his hair. And it's at this point that
No.
Kyoto ends up falling in love with Ibino because no one has ever defied the almighty Mr. Popular. So he grabs her, pulls her towards him, and like a savage, he starts eating her mouth. I cannot make this up. My man is committing a sexual battery crime. He's going to smooch his way to prison.
The guy's
so at this point, it's
very much in love.
obvious that Kyoto wants that he pussy. So there's two options he can take. The obvious normal one, stop being stupid, apologize for being a nincompoop.
Never apologize for any action. This is my philosophy.
And ask her out. Or the fuck around and play games route.
Yes,
He,
fuck around and play games.
chooses a second option. And it's a roller coaster of bigotry at its finest.
Let's go. Oh shit.
So Kyoto has
Oh,
taken an
shit.
interest in Hibino and promises to take all her first times away. Why? Because he is Mr. Popular, and he has
Yes,
a dark
he's
and
the GOAT.
tragic past. What a mystery! Ah! That frankly has no correlation as to why he's being a dickwad
What?
to Hibino.
Wait, it's an animal. It's a furry.
Oh.
What?
So at one point in the early chapters, Hibino agrees to go on a date with Kyoto. They go watch a movie about polar bears, and afterwards, while they are
My
leaving,
favorite.
Kyoto decides to pour his drink all over her. Again, why?
I don't know if this is romantic because he wanna share. You know, because
Why?
water it's the foundation of life. So you're sharing with her
Well,
head.
this was
In the head, it's the brain.
was
You
all
know?
part of his
Your brain needs to be wet.
grand scheme
So he's
to
a
buy her
good man.
nice
He's
dress. Truly a once-in-a-lifetime genius.
He's a different
and
guy.
it doesn't end there, because he tries to clap them cheeks at the karaoke joints, even though she's literally telling him no and pushing him off. You stupid donut. No means no. A few more events occur, and eventually Hibino falls in love with Kyoto. And it's safe to say that Hibino is medically blind, because she cannot see the red flags. Even Hibino admits it.
What?
Dear God, it's worse than Twilight. So throughout the first 20 chapters, he continues to constantly make fun of her, sexually assaults her, and getting his pee-pee wet with other women while leading Hibino on.
What? He
You
doesn't
stupid
care.
pepperoni nipple.
What?
Now this next part makes me mad. Kyoto, Nishiki, Hibino, and Sakura all agreed to go to a cabin for the weekend to study. During the trip, Kyoto and Hibino
Nobody studies. Nobody's studying anything.
are
I
getting
can
along
guarantee.
pretty well. And the great part is he isn't actually insulting her and is being a genuine good guy. So eventually we make it to the nightfall and Kyoto offers Hibino to watch the stars with him through a telescope. She agrees and they end up having a great time. Smiles and laughters are exchanged.
Man, if a guy invites you to see the planets and everything, he's evil. Don't
The mood
trust
is
him.
nice. So Hibino confesses to Kyoto, and the next thing you know, he just throws her on the ground and says, "That's disappointing," as Mario would say.
Here we go to the bushy land.
He's bullied her, made fun of her, harassed her, grabbed her braids and yanked on them.
See, it's because
Sexually
happens
assaulted
every
her,
time, every
has
time.
been sleeping with other women, and now he's straight up throwing her on the ground.
every time that you wanna see the stars, that happens.
Yet, he's disappointed. Call me crazy, but this man is the Chris Brown of literature. So why is he like this? Well, just
I
like a
think
crime
because he had a perfect childhood. Good childhoods
So we must
are perfect to make
dive
this.
balls deep into the shoes of Kyoto, su fucking stupid caca.
I'm afraid now. Oh, I
I
want to
know
see
what
the
you're
future.
thinking. Why is he disappointed? Who hurts Kyoto and traumatized him? There must be a reason why he's
No,
a madman.
this is a very big amount of hugs.
Well, the answer is simple. He hates women. No, he's not gay, but he just strongly dislikes a woman
I
because
hate every female.
they're all the same in his eyes. Easy to sway, easy to clap, and easy to play with. At least that's his mindset because he has been wronged by two important women in his life. The first one is his mother who had an affair. Do keep in mind she didn't have an affair because she wanted some pee-pee, but because she was constantly being abused by her husband, who
Oh my
we later
God.
learn is the self-embodiment of O.J. Simpson.
Yeah, man, he couldn't sleep at night. When your house is like that, it's hard to sleep very well. You can sleep somewhat nice, I think, sometimes if you're very sleepy, but I think most of the times you're not sleeping very well.
But I'll get more into details on that later. The second person is his middle school teacher, one he looked up to until he found out she was taking private lessons from Sensei Tyrone. Two completely different scenarios, and
What?
yet Kyoto's not smart enough to put
The
two and
last
two
one
together. His
was
mindset is
weird.
locked on all women being the same as his middle school teacher, and therefore he gets a free pass to be a homewrecker, be a menace to society.
This
and
guy
to
is a genius.
being the
I'm not
wrong
saying
way.
he's a genius because it's good. I don't think it's good. I don't recommend that. If I can recommend something, I don't recommend to do that. But also, I can say I think this guy is just pretending that he's sad and he had a tragic past. The fact
This
is,
wasn't
the guy doesn't care.
a
He's
shoujo
just
romance.
he's like a
This
shark.
would be the beginning of Hibino's villain
He's
arc.
screaming
No matter how terrible
forward.
his past may be, it does not give him a right to treat or do these things to Hibino. That's just him projecting his problems onto her in a wrong and hurtful way, because he has issues that he has not overcome. So please, Kyoto, stop being a chucklefuck.
Yeah, let's go. I think this is gonna be beautiful now.
Eventually, Hibino is able to convince Kyoto that she would never betray him, so they start dating. Now you'd think Hibino would start getting the
this is
Amber
cute.
Heard
It's
treatment,
perfect.
but Kyoto, to my surprise, starts giving her the wife treatment by being kind, tending to her needs, and making sure she's safe at all times. I don't know what happened, but this man was slapped by the Holy Spirits. And while their relationship is better and Kyoto is no longer a fucktard, there are still issues that they have, like Kyoto pressuring Hibino to sleep with him, letting random home wreckers from his club spend the night at his place, and letting them wear his clothes while dating Hibino. Being a little too friendly with other girls from his class.
I don't think this is being too friendly. I think this is just being I don't know, nice, somewhat nice,
While his girlfriend watches.
medium, moderate, nice.
And damn near fighting his mother, despite her explaining that she was trying to fight for his custody. And even though she had an affair, she never stopped loving Kyoto. But her abusive husband drove her away. In the end, Kyoto doesn't even want to hear her side of the story, and wishes to never see her again. I
What?
only bring this up because if a dude treats his
No, you need to say the goat.
mom this way, imagine how he would treat his girlfriend realistically. And even though Kyoto is a lot better, I don't think this is the best ideal relationship to look up to.
No,
This just
man, this is my dream.
gives a
This
bad
is my
influence on
dream.
a younger audience,
No, it's not my dream. Come on, it's not.
believing that this could be a healthy relationship. In conclusion, all I'm trying to say is, don't fall in love with or be a Mr. Popular.
Man, I think I don't think, to be honest. I don't have thoughts. I don't have anything inside my brain.